What's up, y'all? This is DOZ back here again with another video today. This video today is going to be about the Chris Benoit tragedy that took place over 15 years ago. The anniversary has just passed as of a couple days ago. I'll never forget what I was doing or where I was. I was at home on summer break at the time, and I was surfing the internet, trying to find out what I could about that night's Raw. And something told me to Wikipedia Chris Benoit because Chris Benoit wasn't able to wrestle at Vengeance 2007 against CM Punk for the ECW title due to quote unquote personal reasons. At the time, it was just assumed, oh, Chris Benoit was sick or something, or oh, he was hurt, and maybe he and Punk will wrestle at SummerSlam to get the ECW brand going and pick it up. But something told me to Wikipedia Chris Benoit, and it said that Nancy and Daniel had passed away. And, I found that skeptical. And I'm like, okay, let me go to WWE.com. So I go to WWE.com, and Chris Benoit's face is plastered all over the website. And then a few hours later, Monday Night Raw comes on. Vince is in the ring. And, you know what he says. He says, tonight's storyline was to have been the alleged demise of my character, Mr. McMahon. However, Chris Benoit, Nancy Benoit, and Daniel Benoit have all died. There's an ongoing investigation. We only in the WWE can offer you his best moments that he's ever had. And tonight's show will be dedicated to the career of Chris Benoit. And everything was going fine until Edge gave his tribute, and he was sobbing, and something stuck out when he said, I don't know if I'll ever understand things like this. And Edge just broke down and bawled like a baby, which was very uncharacteristic of Edge. And then William Regal. With William Regal, something gave it away. He was very, very careful about the way he worded his tribute. He basically said, all I can tell you is that I had some of my greatest matches with Chris Benoit, and he was one of the best that I ever worked with. And during that time, when Regal's tribute aired, reports started to come out about Chris Benoit actually committing these murders. And then, midway through, you could even hear it in the commentators. You could hear it in JBL and Michael Cole. And JBL was also like, I don't even really want to be here doing this. Because the commentators had even heard that Benoit did this. And, when all these tributes were going on, off air, you could hear reports were that JBL was like, asked Cole and JR and King, like, you don't think he killed that little boy, do you? Or you mean he killed that poor little boy? And you could see it in the commentators that even they didn't want to be there. So anyway, Raw goes on. They show Benoit winning the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania 20. And then the very next night, in a pre-tape segment, Vince McMahon is like, here's the deal. Last night on WWE Raw, we presented a tribute show to Chris Benoit. However, as of this moment, due to the facts of this horrific tragedy, other than my comments, there will be no mention of Mr. Benoit's name tonight. And other than the Monday Night War episode of when they show the Radicals defecting from WCW to the WWF, they mention Chris Benoit by name. They show his face. But that's the only time he's ever been mentioned on WWE-related television. He's never been mentioned on Raw, SmackDown, the now-defunct ECW, NXT, or any programming of WWE ever since that moment. Ever since 2007 in the Monday Night War documentary, they've never mentioned him since. And what they've done ever since then is 2007, 2008 was the last year that it was really edgy. They did blood, they did chair shots, but then they started banning all that, and I'll tell you how they handled it. Business-wise, it was the smart move to go PG. In 2008, that's exactly what they did. They went PG, and they made it family-friendly. And if they would have stayed TV-14, they would have lost advertisers, they would have lost sponsors, TV networks would have pressured them to tone it down anyway. So the WWE had no choice but to go PG and target family-friendly audience. So Benoit's death as a fan led me away from wrestling. I was like, damn it, I'm done. I didn't watch the product again until Royal Rumble '08. And I stayed on from Royal Rumble 2008 to WrestleMania 30 when the Undertaker streak ended. Benoit's death damn near killed my love for the wrestling business entirely. Chris Benoit not only took the lives of his wife and innocent child, he also took the love of many fans' love for the business. And it's been 15 years, and I can honestly say that I still don't love wrestling as much as I once did because of Chris Benoit. And it is indeed the darkest and sickest day in the history of the wrestling business, and it's something that we will always remember. All I can say is rest in peace to Nancy and Daniel Benoit. As far as Chris Benoit getting in the Hall of Fame, you don't hear it as much as you used to, but Benoit will absolutely never be in the Hall of Fame. There is no way the WWE or AEW will ever induct him or honor him in any way, as it would be the deaths of wrestling in general if Chris Benoit was to ever be honored in any way. That's how much he ruined the business. But those are my memories, man. You know, Benoit, he was one of the greatest ever, but those last 3 days ruined his entire legacy. And wrestling has never been the same since because of him doing what he did. So thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Peace.